Hello everybody, welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. It is on the new Kobe 10 in the 5 a.m. flight colorway, otherwise known as the Blue Lagoon, which also just happens to be one of the tones of blue that's used in the shoe. This is going to be a overview, a review, and a comparison. I've played in these a handful of times now. I got them a couple days early. I live in Japan, so that's kind of why I've given them a pretty good spin so far and kind of gotten understanding of the break-in time and the things that you would want to know if you wanted to pick up this shoe, and also if you wanted to know how all the technology worked. Here's the box right here. Let me grab that. It comes in a black Nike box, which is kind of roughed up already. I don't know. Straight from the store with the gold Nike. And then on the front here is the label. And it says Kobe 10, size 9.5. And I usually wear a size 10, but I tried these on and a 9.5 fit better than a 10 did. So I got a size or a half size down, and it's Blue Lagoon, black vapor green, blue, I don't know, whatever it says underneath that. And like I said, I live in Japan right now, so you can see that the suggested retail tag isn't on there. That is so they can sell it for whatever price they want and not the suggested retail. Here is the list of the other Kobe's that I'm going to compare to, because everything before this just had a regular fuse underlay, and since the 8 they've actually gone with either a engineered mesh or a Flyknit, which is right there. That's the Kobe 9 Elite, and we'll take a look at that. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a overview. When I saw these shoes, they looked a lot better in person. They are blue, all blue, not just part blue, so it's kind of a bit striking at first, but still a nice colorway. And I always seem to always try to get the first colorway of the Kobe's when they come out, so I couldn't help myself. And this one, the last one had the 4 lines, and this one just has the embossed Kobe logo on the nubuck on the back here, which is actually the same as the tongue. It's like a nubuck, and that's not ventilated, it's just perforated, as you can see there. So nothing too special. This year they went away from the Lunarlon insole. See, it's a really thick and nice Ortholite insole, and all this white stuff that you see above the Zoom Air unit and all the way through the front is Lunarlon, and it's encased in this transparent casing. I don't know if it's some sort of urethane or something, it feels like, but then as you can see, it's still a clear, but that's the traction. It starts right there, and as you can see, if you don't know anything about the Kobe 10s, this is probably one of the bigger upgrades they have so far, is the traction. And these are called nodules, and there's hundreds, maybe even thousands of them on each shoe, and it's full length, and each one of those little squares has the 3 little nubs on them, and they separate and splay, which means spread out and change direction independently to conform to your movement. So that helps you stick to the ground a lot. Had no problems with these the handful of times that I've worn them. They've done really well, and as you can see the white Lunarlon there. So I'll move to the side, and you see these little segments, and that is actually reminiscent to a free run, the way it's segmented, and that is indeed supposed to help with your motion and stuff like that. and it worked pretty well. Honestly, I don't think anything's comfortable or as comfortable as the 8s and the 9s and the 10s. So I don't know if the new technology is maybe needed more time to break in, but I know the first night I couldn't feel the zoom that well. It's gotten a little better, but I couldn't feel it as well, and I think it has to do with all this, the casing in it. Everything is cased in this like urethane cover, but I can feel it more now. And as you can see, there is like a thin layer of fuse all the way around for durability and protection. And then right here on the outrigger, which is really large, it's the largest outrigger I've seen on a Kobe since the 7. It has that carbon fiber heel out clip or outrigger clip, and I think it probably just helps from rolling and makes you have better stability. Now here's probably the biggest disappointment is the upper. From pictures and everything you see, it looks like it might be something like Flyknit, right? Well, all it is a gimmick, because it's basically first generation fuse with a little like these little meshy things over the top. See underneath, you can see plain as day, and it's not probably not as stiff as first generation Zoom, because I mean you can see the flex points right there. After a couple of times wearing them, they broke in pretty well. Not uncomfortable or anything like that, but that's the only place I had any type of pain when I was breaking these in, is right there and on the tip of the toe where it gets a little harder. Other than that, it was great. As you can see on the eyelets and the laces, they actually have the fuse reinforcements along with the plastic eyelets. The lacing was good. I had great lockdown. Everybody said, it looks like you're wearing a running shoe to play basketball in. And I said, yeah, it feels like a really good basketball shoe, but I see that it looks like a running shoe, and that is just a chunky tongue. So for a low top too, it was out there. So I was pretty surprised. Kind of reminds me of the low Flyknit low, which I don't have. I want to get. And then there is the black Nike sign. No 3M, which is okay sometimes. Can't go wrong with 3M, but also at the same time you can't really get mad. Here is the tongue. It's ventilated in that torch perforated tongue. And then here is the inside. You can see eyelets. There's the size tag. And then also wanted to show you the, hold on one second. Oh, I quit. Yep, that's it. This fuse, you can see it is like the pastel green. That's all it is. There's nothing. See, there it is right there. It's nothing too special. I kind of think that they are setting up for a more premium model. That's not an elite or anything like that, so they're probably going to have one that has Flyknit or engineered mesh or something along those lines, and then it'll compare to something like that where there's no fuse under that. That's a fuse overlay on the toe there, but otherwise when you touch that, it's a lot softer than that. That's just like a little mesh, like glued on. Overall, it's a really, really nice shoe. I think at the price point of $180, this is definitely it's a good shoe. There's really no bad aspects to it. I just didn't see anything that garnered that price. This is, your regular $140, $150 Kobe in my eyes. It wasn't anything magical, but it is what it is, and I will be IDing a pair in Nike.com Japan if you have a Japanese address. The ID option is now available, where I don't believe it is in the States yet, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get one of those sent my way before a lot of other people do, so I can put a review out for you guys and let you know how they do with their colors and everything like that. But let me know what you think. Any questions, let me know. Here's a Kobe 10 in that gold with the signature, and I think the red part is the Zoom Air unit, and I don't know if that's just like a little gold underlay or if that is a crash pad. I'm not sure, but like I said, I've hooped in them a few times, and nonetheless they feel like a Kobe. It's just kind of, I don't know, they could have been better. They probably will make more premium models, but until then, that's what we have. And the All-Star is exactly the same. It just has some fused triangle overlays on the inside and the front. I like this one better, that's why I got this one. So tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will continue to bring you videos on performance shoes. I don't really, besides like Iversons and stuff like that, I don't buy Jordans anymore, so it'll mostly be performance stuff like hopefully the Kyries next weekend and stuff like that, even though there's a ton of reviews out already on those. But most importantly, I just wanted to say I appreciate for checking this video out, and thank you very much. Have a good one, alright?